Hello viewers and welcome to my first side Let's Play. I've decided to do the Let's Play of Dragon Warrior. Yes, this is the game that started it all. The game that began the but thou must situation. The game that decided that we must rescue princesses endlessly and defeat evil once and for all. No, just kidding. But this was a fairly new game back in 1986, where the genre was still very, very young. I don't know that it's the first RPG ever, but a lot hadn't been done to revolutionize the category, that is for sure. So the gameplay is going to be a little bland. However, that states that it will still be a lot of fun, because we won't have the confusing and complex storylines of later Final Fantasy games. So anyways, we're going to begin a new quest. And one thing that's really awesome about this game is your name determines your long-term stat growth. Now, I like something that's going to give me high agility and high strength. The reason behind this is because agility is going to increase your defense, and strength increases your attack power. And you'll have a moderate amount of HP and MP, which will allow you to be a very versatile character. So here we are. Basically, this is the general gist of the story. Most of it was on the box when the game first came out, and so it's not really explained here. So anyways, the Dragon Lord has taken the Ball of Light, and we have to kill him and get the princess back. But instead of the king giving us some badass equipment to make sure that we're successful, he's going to give us a torch, a key, which we're going to use to leave the room, and then strap 120 gold to our collar and wish us the best of luck. Thanks a lot. Thanks a lot, guy. Anyways, as you can see, a lot of this game is going to be menu-based. If you don't like the menu system, you can try the Game Boy Color version, which is very interesting. It's a complete port from the Super Nintendo version that Japan got a little bit later. I believe it was 1993 or 1994. So anyways, we're going to talk to some people and see if we can figure out some information. And while we do that, I am going to take this moment to blab about music, because I'm a band geek. So, an interesting thing about this game is that on the first floor of Tentacle Castle, it will play the same loop over and over and over again. However, it will add a variation if you go up to the second floor where the king is, kind of creating a theme where, since the king or somebody important is up there, the music changes, which is very nice, especially for the limitations of the NES when this was being created. As you can see there, when we talk to this guy, he causes a flash of light on the screen, which will increase our MP back to its maximum level. So, anyways, as I was saying, the king is going to make us go off butt naked with 120 gold to save the world. But we can talk to merchants and buy equipment from them. But we're going to have to wait until we get to the next town to do that. Also, I'm doing today's recording in post-commentary. I haven't been feeling very well lately, as some of you already know. So, I apologize if I cough or anything like that during the video. I will do my best to not do that. Anyways, we're going to go ahead and we're going to head out here and explore the 6 tiles that it is to the next town, which is the town of Breckenary. Alright. So, if we go up and we talk to this lady, she tells us that we need to talk to the shopkeeper in order to shop. So we're going to do that. And the first purchase we're going to make is the club. Now, the club is going to offer us 4 offensive power, which is going to be really nice. Then we're going to add the clothes, which will give us 2 defense points. Now, the 2 defense points and the 4 offense points are the way to go, I think. But we're also going to pick up a piece of equipment for those of you who like a little bit more defense. I believe it's 2 points of defense reduces 1 point of damage, respectively. So, having 4 defense and 4 offense makes you a very well-rounded character and will allow you to progress fairly quickly. But we need to go to the item shop to buy that. So we'll be taking care of that when we get down to that end of town. Alright, thank you very much for the wish well on the quest, appreciate it. And of course you're not Princess Gweilin, life is never that easy. Buy whatever you can. That's real advertising right there, people. So this guy gives us the information that the Dragon Lord's fortress is Charlock Castle. Alright, so here we're going to buy the Dragon Scale. And what that'll do is that will increase our defense by 2. We're going to equip it by going into the item inventory and selecting it, and it will tell us that we have donned the Dragon Scale. And so our defense will immediately increase by 2. So now we have 4 defensive power and 4 offensive power, which is a lot better than buying the bamboo pole and then buying the leather armor, which is another viable option, which will give you plus 9 defense total and plus 2 offense. So you'll be dealing a hell of a lot less damage, but you'll be taking a hell of a lot less damage too. But anyways, now that we've talked to pretty much everybody in Breckenary, we need to do some level grinding before we can explore. So let's go ahead and do that. And here we have the slime. This guy's got to have a max HP of 3 and has no weaknesses or anything like that. A lot of the enemies don't have weaknesses or elemental affinities or anything like that. Instead, we're actually going to have 16th resistances, which is going to be really nice for us. Now, I like to do my level grinding down here in the hills, because Tentacle Castle has a 1 in 32 encounter rate, whereas the hills down here have an encounter rate of 1 in 8. Now, one thing to remember while we're here is we're not going to go all the way south. That is definitely a big no-no. And I'm just going through some commands here. The spell command allows you to cast spells, and the item command allows you to use items. So, just a little bit of thought there. And we don't want to go all the way south, because we'll run into some really hard enemies. And here we go. This guy we're just going to want to run away from. As you can see, he deals 2 damage, and we're going to be attacking him for about 2 to 3 damage. He has a max HP of 6 HP, which means that he's going to be doing roughly 6 out of our 12 HP that we have remaining. So that's a lot for only getting 2 experience and 2 gold out of him. Now, I off-screened grinding up to level 2, so that way that I'm not boring you completely with level grinding. I'm probably just going to show the last fight for wherever I tell you to stop your grinding at. So, your power increases your attack power, that's basically your strength. Your HP is your health points. Your magic points are what they're used to cast spells. And your response speed, or agility, is what increases your defense. 2 points of agility increases your defense by 1. Now we're going to talk to this innkeeper, and we're going to pay him 6 gold, and he'll restore us to max. Alright. So anyways, I'm going to off-screen level grinding to level 3, which is going to be at 23 experience, so I will meet you there when we do that. Hello again. And as you can see, we are not faring too well. We are down to 6 HP out of our maximum of 22. And since we have dropped below a quarter of our max HP, the screen has turned blood red. What that means is the game is telling you, you are going to die, dipshit. You should go and clean yourself up. So anyways, we're going to go up to Tentacle Castle since we picked up the heal spell. Now, what the reason we're going to go to Tentacle and not back to Breckenary is because this old man over here, as I stated earlier, can replenish our MP. And since he replenishes our MP back to max, we can cast the heal spell. And when we cast the heal spell, we replenish our HP. So in other words, we can heal infinitely at Tentacle Castle without having to pay a single penny. So I'm pretty close to my max HP, so I'm gonna go ahead and go out and we're gonna do a little bit of exploring today, just to kind of finish up the episode. And we're gonna start by heading north of Tentacle Castle. Now, up here you can run into a ghost. Those guys can cast what's called the Hurt spell on you, which deals quite a bit of damage, so we're going to want to be careful if you run into them, just run away for now. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and, you're just pretty much going to follow the way that I take here. As you can see, we only have a 3x3 square. That torch doesn't offer very much light, but only if there was another way that I could produce more light. Maybe through magic? We'll find out later. But I know my way around here because I've played the game like 15 times, so. And so that you know, this part is completely optional. You do not have to complete it in order to defeat the game. So definitely don't worry about it. So we're going to get Erdrick's tablet here. And basically what this states is that Erdrick had to find 3 items, the Stones of Sunlight, the Staff of Rain, and his token, in order to create the Rainbow Drop, which will allow us to cross over to Charlock Island. So, the island of the dragons where Charlock is completely waterlocked. And since it's completely waterlocked, we need to figure out a way to go over there, since there's no ships in the game. What the Rainbow Drop will do is it will create a bridge. But I'm off-screen walking out, so I'll see you in just a few seconds. Alrighty, so we're going to head back down south towards the hilly area where I was doing my level grinding last time. I hope you like level grinding, viewers, because we're going to be doing a lot of it next time. So in between this episode and next episode, I want to get up to level 5. And the reason I want to do that is because it will get us close to getting a copper sword. But what awaits us west and east of Tentacle? Find out next time after we do our level grinding. Thanks for watching. Have a good day, guys.